Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to this segment of Coach Gurbani's a-sabad-a-day. Our recitation is the third chant from the Dakhna Bani of the fifth Nanak. We will recite it first and then try and do a line-by-line explanation since the verse is not very long, but we'll see how it goes. First, the recitation. Dhuri Majan Sadh Khe, Saithiye Kirpal, Ladde Habbe Thokade, Nanak Har Tan Mal Chant, Sundar Swami Tam, Bhakta Bisram, Asa Lage Jeevate Jio, Man Tano Galtan, Simrat Prabh Naam, Hari Amrit Pivate Jio, Amrit Har Pivate, Sada Thir Thivate, Bikhe Ben Fika Janya, Pae Kirpal Gopal Prabh Mere, Sad Sangat Nidmanya, Sarbaso Sukh Anand Ghan Pyare, Har Ratan Man Antar Jeevate, Ek Til Nahi Visre Pran Adhara, Jap Jap Nanak Jeevate. So we see a theme running through this collection of 5 chant in the Dakhna Bani. If you recall, the first asked the question of how the self was to be perceived. Stubborn is the self, it said. It is in me and yet I cannot see it. To which Guru Arjan had said that it is to be found in an enlightened state of the mind. Then in the second, the question was, where is it to be seen? To which the response was, everywhere. Now in this passage, we are being given a glimpse of that state, a further glimpse of that state. So it begins with Dhuri Majan Sadh Khe, Saithiye Kirpal. If the Master Self, Sai, so wills, or if the providence, Kirpalta, the compassion, if it comes to pass, then Dhuri Majan Sadh Khe, then the devotee is blessed with Majan, a scrubbing, if you will, a smearing rather, of Sadh Khe Dhuri. Here it literally means the dust of the feet of the sadh. A sadh, literally translated, means the accomplished one, but here the reference is to the enlightener, the Guru. And Dhuri, of course, dust here means the learning, the wisdom of the Guru. So it is a matter of divine providence that such an occurrence should come to pass in an individual's life, an act of real compassion. And then what happens? Ladde habbe thokade, Nanak har tan mal. So when you have access to har tan mal, tan of course is wealth, har tan always refers to self-knowledge, the knowledge of the self within, or the creator within. Then what happens is ladde habbe thokade. Thokade means goods, products, things of the world. What is being said here is that self-knowledge, when it occurs, is boundless and measureless because the self is unbounded and infinite. So knowing the self means knowing something that all of the things of the world put together cannot compare to it or can be compared to it. Another way to say this is when self-knowledge is acquired as a result of Guru wisdom, the mind expands and the senses are no longer the measure, but the universe becomes the measure of the mind. That means the mind is in a state of fulfillment and does not experience want. Chant. This is the poetic form. And we come to the further elaboration here, describing the state of mind that happens. Sundar Swami Dham. Dham refers to an abode. Swami, of course, is master. Sundar is beautiful. So this abode is not a physical abode, but it is a state of mind. Bhakta Bisram. Bisram is coming to a state of rest. Asa lage jivate jiyo. Optimism and hope. So what is being said is that the mind is tranquil and is filled with hope. The inner chatter of the mind has come to cease. And further, Mantane Galtan, the confused and discordant mind, Galtan, weak, discordant, running around in all directions, and the body that is used to sensual pleasures, indulgence. When they drink, Simrat Prabhanam Hari Amrit Pivte Jiyo, when they drink the nectar of perfected wisdom, which is knowledge of the self, then there is wisdom that takes root inside of that mind. And Amrit Naam Pivate Sada Thir Thivate, Bikheben Phika Janya. So in the tasted state of perfected awareness of the Har Self, the mind comes into an equilibrium, thir. And the allure and temptations of the world lose their hold. They become insipid or fade away, phika. Bhai Kirpal Gopal Prabh Mere. Compassionate was the protector self, Gopal, the protector, which in its wisdom, Prabh, which is wisdom, honored me with the treasure of the enlightener's company. Sadh Sangat Nid Manya. Nid is the treasure. Another way to see this would be that when the protector self, the Gopal, was compassionate, I enjoyed the wisdom of the Gur. And then, Sarab So, Sukh Anand Ghan Pyare. My dear ones, when self-knowledge, which is the Har Ratan here, is hemmed, sivate, in the heart, the mind experiences solace and filled with bliss. Iktil nahi visre pran adhara, jap Nanak jeevte. So Nanak is liberated, meaning self-actualized, by living constantly in Gur wisdom. Iktil nahi visre. Not for an instant is awareness of the self broken. So this is an elaboration on the first two, a state of mind that is to be achieved through Guru wisdom, which is available to all of us. Because if you recall, we have often talked about Guru wisdom being inherent in the self. So with those thoughts, until the next time, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.